I'm sure you've seen posts like this about what if all these fighters fought with no powers, just straight hands. And it got me thinking about Goku, the most popular anime fighters out there. So how far in terms of fighting skills can Goku get into the UFC, a famous organization where it's all about mixed martial arts? But first, let me lay down some rules. Obviously, Goku won't have his powers or superhuman abilities. All he has to rely on is his fighting skills. Goku was a former Tenkaichi Budokai World Champion, and he stands around 5'9" and weighs around 200 pounds. I know there's no real confirmed height and weight, but it sounds about right. But with that data in mind, that puts him into the light heavyweight category, and there's some pretty good fighters in that class. Goku has his karate counter type of style, and we hardly see Goku put up a guard, but what makes up for it is his quick reflexes. And also, we don't see Goku do much grappling, so I believe that would be one of his weaker areas. But what makes Goku special in terms of fighting skills is that he is an adaptive fighter. He could pick things up pretty quickly, so grappling or wrestling won't be much of an issue, but it's still going to be a problem. So let's go over some of the best light heavyweight fighters from the UFC and see how well they can handle Goku's fighting style. Let's start off with Alex Pereira, the current light heavyweight champion who defeated Yuri Prochazka to win the title and knocked out Jamal Hill recently in UFC 300 to defend his title. And personally for me, I don't believe that Alex Pereira's fighting style, I don't believe would fare well against Goku's fighting style. Goku is a lot more flexible. He has much more of a head movements. His karate style is more counterintuitive or much more counter type. And Pereira, people made fun of Pereira's fighting style being much more stiff, or mainly because he's much more stiff. He doesn't do much. And when it comes to wrestling, Pereira doesn't really wrestle as much, only when necessary. So yeah, it won't be a problem against Goku. And yeah, Goku's fighting style, I'm pretty sure it would be a lot more too much for the champion of the light heavyweights. Fortunately, I don't believe Alex Pereira could defeat Goku's fighting style. Next fighters I'm going to be talking about is actually two fighters, and one of them is Lyoto Machida and Anderson Silva, which many of you guys may not know that Anderson Silva once fought at light heavyweight against Daniel Cormier during, I believe, UFC 200, and I think it was like a late notice, so Anderson Silva wasn't properly bulked up to the weight or whatever it was. He wasn't properly trained up there, and yeah, I feel like he would have been a dangerous light heavyweight fighter, but that's besides what I'm going to be talking about. Lyoto Machida and Anderson Silva has the similar style as Goku does. They have this karate style stance and this more slick movement type of style. So first, let's start off with Lyoto Machida. Lyoto Machida is a monster when it comes to this karate type of style. So I believe these two styles between Goku and Lyoto Machida would be pretty even, but I don't believe that Lyoto Machida can keep up with Goku's let's say stamina or ongoing barrage of attacks. So I think this would be a little too much for Lyoto Machida to handle. And next for Anderson Silva, I think this would be another perfect matchup, but unfortunately for Anderson Silva, he's kind of he's got a glass of a chin. Unfortunately, whenever he gets a little too confident, a little too cocky sometimes. So I think this would be a pretty even matchup when it comes to fighting styles, but fortunately at the end of the day, I think that Goku has what it takes to outmatch their fighting styles when it comes to karate. Next up is a old UFC light heavyweight legend, the Iceman, Chuck Liddell. Chuck Liddell is a wild card. He goes crazy, but I don't believe that he has the techniques to keep up with Goku. As much as, I want to give him props for him being the GOAT, the OG for the light heavyweight division, I think his style of fighting is old school, I would say. Kind of like how the old school boxers are compared to the modern day boxers. So as much as I, again, want to praise Chuck Liddell, the Iceman himself, for his career, unfortunately, when it comes to Goku's fighting style, I don't think Chuck Liddell has what it takes to keep up with Goku. So as much as I said before, he's a legend, but I don't think he has what it takes to keep up with Goku's karate style. The next light heavyweight fighter is going to be Daniel Cormier, DC, a 2-division champion for the light heavyweight and heavyweight division, and he is an Olympic wrestler. And this will be an interesting matchup for Goku's fighting style because Goku's fighting style does not have any grappling or any wrestling at all. But like I said before, what makes Goku special is that he has his adaptive fighting style. So I believe that Goku would find his way around how to, counter Daniel Cormier's wrestling. But I'm trying to think about how interesting this fight would be for Goku, nerfed down to the human level, of course, against Daniel Cormier's wrestling. I think this would be a tough matchup for Goku, but I do believe he has what it takes to take Cormier down for his wrestling, but this will be a tough fight for sure. So I'm gonna have to go for Goku for this one, sort of. If you guys think I'm wrong, please comment down below of ways that Goku's fighting style could counter Daniel Cormier's wrestling. The only thing I can think of for Goku's way to counter DC's wrestling is his adaptability of fighting style. So yeah, but right now I do believe that Goku has what it takes to take down Daniel Cormier's wrestling style. And finally, last but not least, of the heavyweight division is Jon Bones Jones himself, the GOAT of all time, potentially. Who knows? But besides that, Jon Jones is a dangerous fighter. He has the wrestling, he's got the striking abilities, he's got the elbows, the oblique kicks that would be a problem for Goku in terms of fighting style. But if I had to make a prediction of how the fight would go, I would say the fight would go to the distance, because I've never seen Jon Jones dropped before as far as I've seen his fights. Yeah, this would be a pretty interesting fight, because in terms of fighting skills, this would be a tough fight for Goku to have. I know it's gonna go to the distance. I don't believe there may be a knockout. Who knows? Maybe, who knows in this potential fantasy matchup. But this is gonna be an interesting fight. But I do believe that Goku has what it takes to defeat Jon Jones in terms of fighting style. Maybe this would be like an even fight. I know people in the comments are gonna say Goku is gonna sweep. He's trash. Come on, he can't beat Goku. But can he beat Goku? Can he beat Goku? It's gonna be a tough one. I know for sure. But Goku is a mixed martial artist. He's trained all types of martial arts. Well, I don't know. I never seen him do like judo or any of that kind of stuff. But it's not what I meant. Goku he has the adaptability to pick things up. The one explanation the only thing I can demonstrate is probably the introduction of the Kamehameha during the OG Dragon Ball series, where Roshi perfected this technique for for so many years, probably his lifetime, to perfect this move. And then Goku just learned that move in just about a day, or probably a couple hours. But that was only like a small one. But you know, that's fairly impressive for a kid like Goku. So to fight someone like Jon Jones in terms of fighting style, I'm pretty sure he's going to pick things up. He's going to pick up the patterns and how Jon Jones would fight. But who knows? For my final prediction, I believe that Goku would win in terms of fighting style. Because I believe that Goku has the heart. He has the fighting knowledge. If you guys don't remember the earlier sagas, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, he has the fighting knowledge. He knows what to do. Goku's gonna win in terms of fighting skills against Jon Jones, but this would be a tough one. So yeah, I believe that Goku can be a light heavyweight champion in terms of fighting style. I gotta clarify it again. So yeah, is this a pointless topic? Probably, but what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.